you're not listening to Tavis Smiley weekday mornings on KBLA Talk 1580, you're missing out. Everybody wants to talk to Tavis.
That's one reason, by the way, why I'm so thrilled to have this conversation with you today. The three people I always most hoped would interview me were Phil Donahue, Studs Terkel, and Tavis Smiley. Donahue's retired, Terkel's deceased, so this is a real thrill for me. And the reason why I have such respect for what you do is you have a historically informed conversation of depth and detail.
Be sure to tune in to Tavis Smiley weekday mornings, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on your unapologetically progressive radio station, KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580.
Kato on the track,
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up? Blow the windows out the frame. It's a party when I pull up.
Money taller than the trees in Yosemite. Got my 40 on me, that's my mini-me. Damn near anything I want, I can afford it. Never hustle backwards, always forward. I can multitask, always on the grind. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I ain't on hiatus, I ain't missing in action. I'm the center of attention, the main attraction. When I enter the turf, when I pull up, people gather around me like
I said, when they gotta come correct, they gotta come like this.
What I do for a living.
They gotta come like
I wear
this.
many hats. I'm something like Lee.
Cannot come
too
great. Too great.
Couple stretch marks and
Ice
light on her
Cube,
flesh.
Snoop, E40, Too Short is too great to not come this hard. And then you got an opportunity to bring another generation into the greatness. You know, instead of being looked at as old heads, you have an opportunity to reintroduce yourself to another generation out there who can roll with you. And this is what I'm talking about when I said the music need to be banging. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the Firm or any other super groups who've been out there that didn't really make it, because we still love you. You know what I'm saying? But come on now. The production got to be on point, the message got to be on point, and the flow got to be on point. All right, welcome back to Don Amiche versus everybody with Shantae Carmel.
Hey, y'all.
And Daniel Griffin, who's hanging out with us this week. Chris is out sick today. She was a little feverish yesterday. I hope she's okay.
We love you, Krista. Get better.
Yeah, get well.
Yeah, get well soon. We wish you to get well. Okay. We got breaking. Well, first of all, we got breaking news to get to in just a quick second. I just want to check in with both of you. Shantae, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good. Is everything good? You got your African knot there? Whatever?
Yep. You guys know what that means. She needs to go get her hair done. That's what that means.
Nothing else, huh? Nothing subliminal, huh?
Listen, it's a lazy day. It's a lazy hair day.
I appreciate that more than the bonnet.
The bonnet? But are people wearing their bonnets out, though?
Yes. What are you crazy?
Into the streets?
That's a big problem of mine. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is the bonnet outside.
No.
Women wearing that bonnet outside says, I just don't care. The knot at the top of the head says, I'm going to be a little stylish. You know what the business is, but I'm still a little stylish at the end of the day. I cannot, for some reason, that bonnet just says, I didn't feel like it. No, I'm serious. You know, listen, you cannot feel like it. I get it.
Well,
I get it. You know, a lot of us don't feel like it, but you still got to, do a little something.
I mean, doing hair is a lot. I think if you had it to do, you might think differently. So I can't. I have hair.
I have to go get a haircut every week.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
I got to get a
haircut. If you don't get a haircut and you brush it.
No, then I start looking like a homeless person.
I mean, really.
Yes. I start looking like a homeless person who's disheveled, who's mentally ill, and on the streets. I got to keep my upbeat. Now, listen, I do want to say, in all fairness, you women have a lot harder job in doing your hair.
Well, it's not only that. It's just like your $20, $30 haircut does not compare to mine.
40.
Yes. Thank you. It is now 40. It's no longer the days of 12 and 15 and 20. $40, and in some cases, depending on where you go, 80 and 100.
It's double, triple that for women. And so, we have more
upkeep. You do.
We have a lot more upkeep, and sometimes I have to say, "Hey, not this week. My birthday's coming up, so I gotta hold it down for one more week before I get all the things done."
Listen.
I'm holding out. I didn't know I was going to come to the studio today, so.
God placed this burden upon you because he knew you can handle it.
That he did.
All right, we know when you give birth, you guys have you guys carry the weight of the black community on your shoulders. We knew, and God knew, that if he said, listen, I'm going to give thy hair, and that we can place this upon yourselves. And even when it's not done, still looking immaculate.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you.
All right. Yeah, like that joystick controller you got on your forehead. All right, how are you doing, Jane?
Oh, are we
Man,
clowning?
Blessed and thankful to be here another day.
Are we clowning this
Always.
early in the show?
Always.
My little half-breed over there?
Always. Yes, this woman told me one time, ooh, the white features in you are strong.
Listen, the white jeans and you are strong, Don Amiche.
The white jeans in you are strong.
They are.
May the Caucasian force be with you.
Don't judge all this chocolate sitting over here.
How you doing, David?
Man, I'm wonderful, man. Blessed and thankful to be here.
I like the shirt that you got on. What is this? So we're paying homage to who?
That's Raymond Lewis, the greatest basketball player ever to come out of California.
You could tell he was black. He got a big ass afro.
Yeah, it's 1971, Bourbon Day High School, drafted in the first round, got blackballed from the 76ers. Yep.
Was this the ABA or was this the NBA?
Yeah.
ABA. Oh, ABA.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So he was. Why did he get blackballed?
Well, he didn't have an agent, right? So he went to camp and, outplayed Doug Collins. And, at that time, they called it the Great White Hope, I guess, whatever. And, he wanted more money because he outplayed him in camp.
And they're like, who are you to ask for more
Exactly,
money? You're just a black player. You're lucky you're here.
Yeah. And at that time, he didn't have an agent. So that didn't end too well, right?
It's interesting. We need to keep these type of stories alive because people seem to forget, as we live in this world of convenience today where things are at your fingertips, that it wasn't, that's just 30, 40 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that long ago.
Well, a little longer, 1972, 73.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't that long ago that there was a massive struggle for a black man who had the skills to sit there and be better, not just say be better than a white person, but be at the top of his game in a sport, still get blackballed at the end of the day.
There's a documentary out that just premiered locally about a month ago here in Los Angeles.
Oh, really? What's the name of it?
The Raymond Lewis.
The Raymond Lewis.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's so many unsung players that really kind of paved the way for a lot of the NBA players today. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just took the L of trying to push the sport forward and kind of integrate a little bit more that we don't necessarily recognize or love or pay homage to,
Well, we got to do this. We in the Los Angeles basketball community, we take care of our own. So, great is great. Cream rise to the top. And Ray Lou was the pride of Watts, California, South L.A. He's,
Is he still alive?
No, unfortunately, he passed away. And his daughter is continuing the legacy, and all of us, people like myself, who
in the sports and athletic industry basically know who he is.
Oh, for sure, everybody. You can Google him; it'll come up all on your phone.
One thing I love about athletics is that you guys, people in the athletic world, continue to. There's so many there's so many underserved people who need to get their flowers, and you guys are the kind of the historians of athletics, and kind of push them up to the top. Say, hey, we can't forget about this person, this person, because all these people paved the way at the end of the day.
We got to.
Now, one quick question though: who's the greatest basketball player to ever play, MJ or LeBron James?
That's a tough one.
It's a very tough question because two styles of play, two different eras, and two different body types at the same time too.
That's a tough one because I was a counselor at Michael Jordan's camp, and I was a ball boy for the Clippers.
Okay.
When he was a rookie.
Yeah,
I'm dating myself, but so I got a chance to see him up close and personal. And obviously LeBron is a physical specimen. He's polished on and off the court. I don't get into that comparing eras things. I say both of them was great, but let's just say MJ was just really, really, really special and unique. And so is LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, to me, his body, for him to carry that much weight and muscle on the court, because he's built differently than Michael Jordan. That right there is a feat, and it is very hard to compare the two because MJ was a lot thinner, a lot faster. But I got to stick. I don't know if this is me dating myself with Michael Jordan. And I don't know why I say Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan for some reason just was flawless up until the last few years of his career. But flawless for so many years.
He was great.
Isn't that like asking who's better, Michael Jackson or Prince?
Ooh, I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm going to
exactly. I'm not touching that.
Listen, I'm going to say Michael Jackson.
Oh wow, I couldn't compare.
But that's just me.
They're
though.
so different.
They're different, but they're both
so
iconic.
different.
And I went to those
Yeah.
11 Prince concerts at the Forum.
It's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfavorable opinion here. Wasn't a Prince fan. Wasn't a big Prince fan.
Whoa.
Wasn't a big Prince fan. It was
a tough one.
It was a difference in styles of music, and I was a Prince fan because he's a black man as an artist, but wasn't a Prince fan musically.
Really?
Wow.
No, Michael
I've
Jackson.
never heard anybody say that.
Michael Jackson hit home with me more so than Prince did, and I don't know why. Michael Jackson was the guy I stayed up watching the award shows all throughout the '80s, waiting for him to perform because he was always last. And that was my guy. That was my introduction, maybe even into music. So I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know if it for what it is. But Prince, I respect as an artist. He's absolutely amazing. Got a chance to meet him one time. Short guy.
He wasn't too tall.
Wasn't too tall.
Good basketball player.
Man,
too.
it took everything in my power not to touch his afro. Because I wanted to pat it, but I was like, let me stop. But very nice. We hosted a event at the Palladium when he was doing when I was at KGLH, and very very nice guy. Very you gotta love and respect what he's done to music, how he changed it, his ability to write a song, and then bring people up at the same time too. So I no lack of respect there. Just for if I had to pick between the two, Michael Jackson for some reason just hit home with me. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just
I mean, you kind of got to see him grow up.
Maybe that's what it was.
If you resonate from when he was a very young child, and you got to see his evolution. Prince just kind of popped. He was always a solo artist. Boom, 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 boom. So maybe like the Jacksons have been a part of our life since since we were born.
And maybe content with the music too, and production styles too, because although they are both in kind of the R&B, pop category, there is a difference in style between the two.
Absolutely.
And Prince was I think Prince, for me, not that I didn't love any of his music, just wasn't really like I had to go out and see Prince. Ooh. But I know a lot of people who love Prince more so over Michael Jackson. And like I said, that's just me at the end of the day. If I had to pick
I couldn't choose. I couldn't choose.
We're two music connoisseurs. You can't choose.
Yeah, both of you guys need to go in
They're
politics.
They're both going to offer something different.
You both need to go in politics. You guys have no answer for nothing. All right, big day today as Mark Ridley Thomas in the news. We're going to get today what the city council finally did, what they should have done a long time ago. We were the first station on this story. We were the first station standing behind Mark Ridley Thomas, or at least, putting the narrative out there of how are you going to sit there and take away things that this man has earned without any due process in this day in court, which hasn't happened yet. So we're going to get to that. We're going to get to Tavis Smiley's editorial. Mary Rose, see your phone call. We can get to all that when we come forward. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
We may be LA's newest talk station, but when you're punching above your weight, it's not about whether you can throw a punch. Can you take a punch? We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. K.O. And we don't black down.
Leaving things half done? Not a good option. Like a half-baked peach cobbler.
A gummy crust? I don't think so.
A half-done hairdo.
All done.
Shouldn't the curls be on both sides?
Or a half of a domino.
Damn, big six.
But where's the other half?
Don't go halfway, especially with your immunity to COVID-19. Keep everyone safer this season by staying up to date with your vaccines and boosters. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find one near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
DionRambo.com, that's me. I am Rambo, teaching you about contracts at the Westin Hotel, December 17th. That's coming up, December 17th. It's all free, sponsored by Linda Street. Listen, this is important. When you go to DionRambo.com, you'll see I have LA County coming, the mayor's office coming, the city coming, prime contractors coming, everyone, and they can only talk for 6 minutes each. I take contracting very serious. You should too. DionRambo.com. See you December 17th. DionRambo.com.
Health is Wealth and Medicare and Covered California's open enrollment for medical insurance is here. RHJ Insurance Agency can help you find affordable rates and the plan that's just right for you and your family. Call 562-204-6120 for your free quote. Don't leave your health to chance. Open enrollment is here and affordable coverage is just a phone call away. Call 562-204-6120 for your free quote and get the coverage you need. Go to www.rhjins.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why
why?
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
At the United States Postal Service, we're here to deliver fast and reliable service to help you get holiday ready. We offer free package pickup and deliver free shipping supplies to your address. So whether you're in Garland, Texas, Rudolph, Wisconsin, or anywhere in between, we're making it easier for you to spread festive cheer this holiday season. USPS, delivering for America. For all your holiday needs, including info about free shipping supplies, free package pickup availability, and restrictions, go to USPS.com/holidays.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Here we go. All right, welcome back. Don Amiche versus everybody. Chris. Shantae and Daniel. Chris is out today.
Kristen, we miss you.
So Los Angeles City Council voted today to reinstate the salary of indicted council member Mark Ridley Thomas. 1 year after he was suspended from his post while facing federal corruption charges. We've been on this for a long time. And Tavis Smiley did this editorial, if I can play for you guys.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Over the course of this year, I have delivered a number of editorials about the troublesome case of LA City Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas. In each editorial, I laser focused on 3 bedrock principles of our democracy: due process, the presumption of innocence, and fundamental fairness. The recent settlement of Ridley Thomas's compensation claim is a major victory for due process, the presumption of innocence, and fundamental fairness to which we are all entitled. This settlement represents a tacit acknowledgement by the city of Los Angeles that City Controller Ron Galperin, aided and abetted by City Attorney Mike Feuer and former City Council President Nuri Martinez, who was forced to resign in disgrace, excessively abused their power. Their actions were not just legally wrong, they were harmful to Ridley Thomas's legal defense. You cannot accuse an individual, take away the seat to which they were duly elected, their health care in the midst of a pandemic, I might add, their pension and their salary, then tell them that while they are suspended, they cannot earn outside income, and somehow expect that they will have the resources to fight and defend their good name.
That's crazy.
It was preposterous then, and in retrospect, it's even more outrageous now. Much of the blame for this travesty of justice rests squarely on the shoulders of Nuri Martinez, who allowed her personal political ambitions, racial animosity, and thirst for power to override good governance and good judgment. It was abundantly clear on that now infamous leaked audio tape that Martinez wanted to punish and tarnish Ridley Thomas. And she did. But she ruined herself in the process. Big Mama always said, God don't like ugly, and he ain't fond of cute. Once Nuri Martinez's toxic leadership was no more, the council quickly and correctly moved to resolve an injustice born in part by their own rush to judgment and abdication of responsibility in performing due diligence. Their settlement action this week starts the process of restoring honor and trust. In March, Ridley Thomas will finally have his day in court and a chance to restore his good name. For KBLA Talk 1580, I'm Tavis Smiley. We welcome your comments.
Yeah, the question is that do we go after the rest of the council members who voted to strip him of everything? Ridley Thomas, who was stripped of his duties for nearly 14 months, will receive about $265,000 in city pay, much of it in back wages, another $99,500 for his lawyers. The deal was approved 10-1. Who was that one person that voted? Mitch O'Farrell opposed. Interesting. The agreement means taxpayers will be compensating 2 council members from the same district simultaneously. Well, yeah, but this is a situation they made. Mark Ridley Thomas could represent his district and fight charges at the same time. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. You know, I understand that you do want to remove an individual, or you want to, I guess, ask an individual to step aside so that there is no disruption or no distraction from the business at hand. So I do understand that from a political standpoint. But, you know, Ridley Thomas has been a trusted man who the people who Angelenos have voted in the office and time and time again. Ridley Thomas, who was elected to the seat in 2020, and Heather Hutt, who was selected by the council to serve the district on a temporary basis 3 months ago. City Controller Ron Galperin halted the pay of Ridley Thomas in October 2021 after the city council was suspended by his city council member was suspended by his colleagues in the wake of an indictment. Ridley Thomas sued the city over that move earlier this year, saying it violated the city's charter and was politically motivated. And whoever voted for that, I say we need to get them out of there too.
Do you think this is one of those situations where, like a Kyrie situation, where he's being, hit harder than anyone else who would have done anything like this?
No,
before?
this was purely let's get someone who doesn't align with what I'm trying to do, or this is power.
Yeah.
Let's get them out. They could probably care less about what Ridley Thomas is going through. This is an opportunity to sit there and take someone who maybe does not align with our beliefs on the city council, off the city council.
Yeah.
And it's one less piece of opposition that we have to deal with.
I bet you he knew that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been in politics long enough. And I think anybody who saw this from the outside could see what it was. They thought that they were going to kick a man while he was down.
Yep.
And there is due process for some reason in this country that we just don't care about. In a lot of places, they eroded due process in this country, and you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And on top of that, we're talking about a minuscule figure. I mean, how much money? I would have rather the FBI or whoever else, is trying to take him to criminal charges, offer him to pay a fine and maybe, How
do you take a salary from him, though? And then say, also fight this lawsuit. And you can't go work outside.
There's a piece in the book called 48 Laws of Power that says
I love that book.
Yeah, you squash your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And you leave no ember flame left to reignite a fire.
Yep.
And so with that ideology is let's kill his political career and kick him to the curb and create a narrative that he's guilty. Let's give the appearance that he's guilty. Let's, do what we can to get him out of the city council and out of our way. So
what happens next with him? He gets his job back. He's going to come back to the city council. And then how long is the rest of his term, or how does that work?
I think there's going to be somebody who's going to be representing the district while he is still out. He's still going to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I don't know if he is going to go back to represent, and maybe he shouldn't. I'm not really sure about that. I do think that there are the federal charges that are pending is something that he needs to concentrate on. And it could be a distraction for a city council member trying to do city business while you're fighting charges of. So they accuse him of conspiring with a USC dean to steer county money to the university in return for USC admitting his son Sebastian into its graduate school with full tuition and a paid professorship. He's pled not guilty to bribery, conspiracy, and fraud in the case stemming from his time as a member of the LA County Board of Supervisors. But this is politics. This is how politics are done. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. I'll move some funds over here, you move some funds over there, or you move some things over here. This is just how things are done. And it's sad.
Hunter Biden just asked somebody to write a referral letter for his son to get into college.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah.
I mean, listen, the Biden administration was, the Elon Musk put out, the Twitter was having a hard time.
One of Trump's kids. I'm sorry. I apologize.
But they do the same thing, too. It happens when you're at the seat of power and you control money on a massive level. Like, the budget for LA for the city of LA is like, I don't know, billions of dollars.
Right.
And when you're able to steer money to people who need it to do good, of course there's going to be, this, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. I don't know if that's what happened in this situation. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that USC needs to stop being plagued with so many scandals, because it is scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal going. And this is on a continuous basis.
How you think they got all those new buildings up there?
This is not just one scandal with USC. I mean, we've got Pete Carroll, that was a scandal there. We've got the admission gate scandal that was there. We've got this dean who I think she pled guilty. And so there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Wasn't there also an actress who went to jail for getting her kidney?
Yeah, that was the
part of the college scandal.
College scandal.
Yes.
That was one of the chicks that was on Fuller House. I can't think of her name. And then her husband, who's has a clothing line and stuff like that. So. They say it's very clear in city charter that the controller had no authority to determine the salary and benefits of Councilman Ridley Thomas, and Controller Galperin did so at a time when Councilmember Ridley Thomas needed them the most to mount his legal defense. Controller Galperin's actions are indefensible, and this guy needs to go if he's still there. Galperin, who leaves office at the end of the week, did not immediately respond to a request for comment in 2020, so he was probably trying to throw a little Hail Mary pass to his allies who were still sitting in the city council. At the end of the day, but this guy needs to be, reprimanded in front of everybody, saying, "Listen, because these people they do these things and there's no repercussions for them at the end of the day.
Yep. They
just do them and then they go away. One thing I like about the state of Florida, if you're a judge and you do something bad, they will admonish you in front of the whole world, and that's what probably needs to happen to him. But he probably doesn't care. More of this conversation when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
We don't try to be all things to all people. We just remain true to who we are. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The Supreme Court's conservative majority is skeptical about state lawmakers being able to set federal voting rules on their own. North Carolina State Court struck down Republican-drawn congressional districts. North Carolina Republicans brought an appeal to the highest court, asking it to enact the independent state legislature theory, which would make it possible to deny state courts of the power to do so. The White House says President Biden is committed to banning assault weapons in the U.S. Biden will be joining survivors and families who lost their lives to gun violence at a church in Washington, D.C. tonight. The event is being held after numerous mass shootings this year. On this day in history in 2015, NBA superstar LeBron James signed a lifetime contract with Nike. It's reportedly the largest single athlete guarantee in the sports apparel giant's 44-year history. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Good afternoon. Lots of work zones to look out for today in Santa Clarita, southbound 14 between Soledad Canyon and Sand Canyon. We have the two right lanes and the Soledad Canyon off-ramp closed off until 3 o'clock. Also, the southbound 14 ramp to the southbound 5, we have the truck lane closed until 3 o'clock. On the westbound 210, the ramp to the southbound 5 also blocked off until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I sell custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters that are easy to install at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are custom-made for your windows, and I guarantee they'll fit. Don't hire a pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers are playing Toronto tonight without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. James has a sore left ankle after playing 36 minutes in last night's loss at Cleveland. AD is dealing with flu symptoms. Nike made it official. They formally cut ties with Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving. Nike suspended all endorsement deals with Irving after he promoted an anti-Semitic documentary on his Twitter page. Nike boss Phil Knight turned the suspension into a permanent separation. Von Miller, who helped lead the Rams to a Super Bowl title last season, will miss the rest of this season with the Buffalo Bills. Miller had ACL surgery today on his right knee. Miller was leading the Bills in sacks with 8. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're a slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
If you're the victim of a car accident, call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a whole lot to talk about.
Hi, Maisha Cairo here, KBLA, live at Chase Bank on Crenshaw and Vernon for the In This Together tour with female business owners, a day of empowerment, community panels, and best of all, tips on building business from marketing to capital. Today I spoke with Tatiana, a community manager for JP Morgan Chase.
Thank you so much. Yes, my name is Tatiana Roberts. I am a community manager for JP Morgan Chase. I have to honestly say that this has been the most fulfilling position that I've ever had, where I get to give back to the community because I saw my mom's struggles. That's really what fuels what I do to make sure that the community has all the access to the resources that my mother didn't have.
So for the mother who's in business, what are 3 quick tips you can give to ensure that they're on the right path to accessing financial support from a bank like Chase?
Say number 1, just make sure that you're checking your credit on a consistent basis and taking action to either fix your credit, maintain your credit, or rebuild your credit. The second thing would be budget. I know that B word is kind of like ugly for, right? A lot of people don't like that B word, but it has to be done. We need to tell our money where to go. The last thing is to build a network of supporters that are going to lift you up.
The community building here in Crenshaw is that network. So visit the Chase Community Center on Crenshaw and Vernon. Meet a banker today. Tell them about your business. I'm Maisha Cairo in the community for KBLA with JP Morgan Chase.
Hi, this is Stevie Wonder, and nothing can stop this love. It's back. Join me at my 24th House Full of Toys benefit concert, Saturday, December 17th at the Microsoft Theater.
Please bring an unwrapped toy.
Or a gift of joy, and make this a day of giving to the young and old.
Stevie Wonder.
My 24th House Full of Toys benefit concert.
Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Produced by Wonder Productions and promoted by AEG.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake, and earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
Hey listener, welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it!
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
What's the best product I bought this year? Oh, that's easy. Salonpas pain-relieving patches. The proven medicines in Salonpas patches reduce my pain and let me do the things I need to do every day.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas reported improved sleep, mood, and the ability to work. They had less pain and were able to reduce their use of oral pain medications.
For pain, I use Salonpas. It's good medicine.
He sent me to
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
You gotta be kidding me.
On Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., join KBLA Talk 1580 in Leimert Park at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be live performances from Brian McKnight, Wapale, Club Nouveau, and more. There'll be food trucks and a diverse array of vendors, along with the attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage at 11 a.m. as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the intersection of Lemert and Vernon.
It's a celebration.
This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on, come on now.
We've got a lot to talk about. We're not for everybody, but we're for everybody. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Big news yesterday. Senator, well, hold on. Let's get to Melrose, Larry Green. Yes, Melrose. Yes, wants to sing Black Christmas, a song that he wrote.
It's a song parody.
Is it racist, Melrose?
No, it's not racist.
Is it anti-Semitic?
No.
Is it anti-Blemitic?
Can I just say yesterday, Melrose, when you were on?
Hold on, Shantae wants to say something. You go ahead.
Yesterday when you were on and you were like, get your black butt, da-da-da-da, I was really offended by that.
Why?
Because I was.
No, I'm saying why?
Because I was. It made me feel some kind of way to have this white Jewish guy talking about get my black ASS anywhere. No one would turn to you and say, get your white ASS anywhere.
Well, it would be more...
You can say that to me. Shantae, you can say that to me anytime. You can say, get your Jewish butt out there anytime.
I don't want to, though.
Not say that.
I don't want to, though.
Well, he's Jewish, so you know.
I just think it was inappropriate, and you should apologize to all the black people listening.
Oh, come on.
There, I said it.
Stop it. What are you, the Black Panther Party over here?
I'm sorry you're offended. No, I'm apologizing. I'm sorry you're offended. You get offended very easily.
No, I don't.
I meant nothing by it.
No, I don't.
Let me do the song parody.
I don't.
It's not racist.
All right. Can we get a level of Kwanzaa going on here?
Oh my God! Are you really going to let him do this?
Do what?
Are you really going to let him do this?
Antagonize you?
It's about KBLA. Stop it.
All right, let's hear it.
Shantae, I'm Melrose Larry Green. I don't do offensive stuff. I do good stuff.
He loves black women, right? That's all he dates is black women.
He voted for Trump. He does not love black women.
Listen to the song.
Okay.
Listen to the song.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm dreaming of a black Christmas.
Oh my God.
Just like the one we've had before with Krista Garner and Don Amiche and Tavis Smiley forevermore.
Oh, this is good.
It's very good, and I watch it, and I think it's racist.
Of a black Christmas with all the melanin and all of it above.
With A+, Andy Naselli, and rap by Nelly, the guy with the Band-Aid. I like KBLA all day.
Oh, this is great, Melrose. Oh, thank you, Melrose.
Take it, Don. Take it, Don. It's your verse.
I'm dreaming of a black Christmas where we all get along all day long.
Please don't put my name in your song.
Where we stop shooting
my bad.
and love us tooting. All day.
And A+.
Yeah.
And Andy Naselli.
All right.
And don't forget the voice of reason, Zoe Williams.
All right.
Right after Don Amiche. Right. You rule, Don.
All right. Thank you, Melrose.
Hey, listen, Shantae, come down Saturday. I'll buy you some food over at the Cool Cafe
you don't
over
have
on
to.
Degnan.
No, thank you.
All right.
You buy me some food.
Okay. No, thank you.
I love you, Shantae.
Okay.
I'm sorry to any black people that were offended. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. I'll see you Saturday.
All right, see you Saturday, Melrose. Oh wow, you were upset because he said get your black ass down to the thing this
yeah, why would you say that?
Well, you know.
That's so inappropriate. How are you not offended? You were sitting right here when he said it.
You know what? Melrose is new to me. And I'm just
let me play something.
Learning.
You have to check people like that. Be like, yo, bruh,
Let me play. Let me.
Listen, I don't care how many black people you like.
Can I play something? Can I play something for you?
Oh, gosh.
Specifically for you.
Okay, here we go.
Let me see. Let me find it.
I see what.
No, that's not it. Hold on.
The question was from a license.
Okay, here we go. This is specifically for you.
Oh, Jesus.
No, just listen. Listen to what he's saying. This is a former inmate who was in jail talking about a experience that he had with a psychologist. You ready?
Okay.
The question was from a licensed therapist in the penitentiary in a room full of lifers. Short of imminent threats to your personal safety or to that of your family, are there any words that another person can say to you that will cause you to become violent right now? And the answer was unanimously yes. Then she said, will there ever come a time in your life where the mere words spoken to you by another person intended to denigrate or insult you in some way will be irrelevant to you? And the answers were no longer unanimous. Dudes were all over the place. But then she started in on a line of reasoning, and this is what she said. Guys, do you not know that there are some people in this life who are so secure in how they view themselves that you can say anything to or about them, and they will look at you in your face and laugh at you? You know why? Because they don't give a damn about what you think, much less about what comes out of your mouth. And if you're the kind of person who can be walking down the street and someone can simply say something to you to get you to change the trajectory of your thoughts and your actions toward violence, then you are not in control of you. That person is. And if that's the case, you belong right here in prison where you're at, because we can't trust you. And besides, consider the lives of the people who you're so concerned about what they think and say about you. And notice that what they think and say about themselves doesn't even work for them. So why in the world would you ever consider what they think and say about you? And was stuck. She had to snap her fingers to get us to snap out of it. And let me tell you some good we ain't been the same since.
All right, that's something that I live my life by, and this is something that I've learned in therapy, is that the only thing that really matters is what you think about yourself at the end of the day. You can call me the N-word, you can say any kind of derogatory thing towards me. I don't believe those things, and that's your problem, and that's your issue. And if you believe that, that's on you. I know who I am at the end of the day. I know what I believe, and your thoughts, your emotions, your perceptions do not affect my life at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, I go home and I'm not thinking about you. So I just wanted to say that.
Good for you.
Self-therapy.
That's awesome. Therapy is real, y'all. Go get it. Just like Don. He's so, he's risen above.
And you have
He goes high.
And you
listen. Let Melrose get on here talking crap again.
God.
I'm going low.
Oh my goodness!
Somebody's got to check him, Don.
Why? Why does somebody got to check him?
Listen,
for what?
y'all can't let him on here just saying whatever he wants, talking about this and that. Somebody's got to be like, yo, pause.
I think when it comes to Melrose Larry Green, that he loves black people, he loves black culture, he loves black women so much, but there are nuances to black thought. And perception and just how we live our lives that he doesn't really get.
But he votes against us, though.
Well, but yeah, but I mean, so do black people. Black people also vote against us.
We don't like them either.
Yeah, right. No, what I'm saying. What I'm saying at the end of the day is that he may be a little ignorant as far as the nuance of how to talk to black people and how we perceive certain things when they're coming from somebody who's not of our race. And that may be his ignorance because he's not black. You know what I'm saying? A white person saying, get your black ass down to this thing, he may think he's joking around and saying it in jest.
Yes.
But we perceive it through a lens of racism and slavery and the echoes of slavery that have kind of still hit us and not gone. And so it stings a little bit. It stings a little bit when somebody white, regardless of what the intent, the impact comes off as a little hurtful. So I understand.
It's also because black people like you don't speak up and say anything. And it's not a shot fired at you, but you have the mindset of like, oh, that doesn't matter. He's just joking. You give him that pass. Somebody at least has got to say, pause, that's inappropriate. What you just said could be offensive. And he needs to hear stuff like that so he'll know, okay, wait, hold up. I may adore black people to the fullest, but I can't just say whatever comes out of my foolish mouth.
Well, I stopped wearing the weight of black people on my shoulders.
That's because the white gene is strong in you, Don. That is because the white gene is too strong in you.
A very long
You
time.
walking around here passing.
Hold on. Passing. Stop it. You please. I used to want to save black people. And I learned a long time ago that, you can't. I wanted to uplift and promote, but we have issues. I want to fix all the divisions that are inside of us. I was listening to Daniel and I were having a conversation. I'm not going to repeat it on the air yesterday, but it brought up this thing of how Jewish culture has been in the media for a very long time, or not recently. I say with Kyrie Irving and Kanye West thing. And so, as a Jewish person, he was saying, when one Jew makes money, there's 5 other Jews behind him making money. Mm-hmm. And what he was getting at was that Jewish people like to make money together. They don't have this individualism. They have this community type situation. And in regards to black people, we don't have that. And I wish we did. And once I learned, it's like, that's a feat that I don't have the power to fix. I kind of gave up on trying to, carry the weight of the black race on my shoulders.
I disagree. You do have the power to fix it. You have a son.
I don't.
Anytime you do have a son. Anytime you make money, you should be teaching your son how to make money.
Right.
And that's where it starts. It starts in the family because my family's like that.
But I can only control what's in my life. I can't control.
You have more power than you think, Don. Yeah. You can change it. You have the power to change the people who are directly I'm not talking about the black people of the masses, but it starts with you saying, listen, anytime I make money, I'm going to make sure my son knows how to make money.
I'm going to show you how much power I got.
Oh, jeez.
My Cash App is DONAMICHE.
Wow, this was
my Cash App is DONAMICHE. My Cash App is Don Amiche. I want you to Cash App me money today. Cash App me money today, and I will send that money to a good cause. I will put that money to work. Let's see how many people Cash App me right now. Let's see how connected as a community we are. Cash App me, Don, DONAMICHE. I'm going to put that money to work to a good use. Maybe I'll buy some gifts for somebody. Maybe I'll do something. We'll see how much money I get today at the end of the show. And I guarantee you it's going to be zero. Because we're not a monolith. We don't think like a monolith. We don't act like a monolith. We act individual. And I understand why we act of it, because our history has been broken and through slavery.
Check your Cash App.
Somebody's going to call us and say they disagree.
Someone other than you.
No, you didn't say someone other than me. You said, and what did I just say? We have the power to affect directly who is right here.
I'm talking to the audience, not
you.
The audience.
You didn't make that. Well, give my $20 back.
I will. Let me refund you your $20 right now. I'm a refund.
It wasn't zero. It wasn't zero.
I'm a refund your $20 because
I'm talking. Give it to the charity that you was going to give it to.
I am the charity to myself. But I am talking about what I am talking about is I'm talking about the audience out there. Hold on, Fahima and Melrose wants to defend themselves. Oh, we're gonna get to you guys when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
Study reveals barriers to mental health for Black and Latina women in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. A poll conducted by Eviteris, sponsored by Black Women Organized for Political Action and Hispanas Organized for Political Equity, found that 77% of some 800 women participants experience some form of discrimination due to personal characteristic. More than 3 in 5 respondents have had mental health concerns for which they did not seek care. These same women reported often having had negative experiences with providers. 70% of Black women and 54% of Latinas reported racial or ethnic discrimination. Another 59% of Black women and 55% of Latinas report assumptions were made about their income and education levels. 40% of Latinas reported discrimination based on assumptions about their ability to communicate in English, while 28% reported assumptions about their documentation or immigration status. I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Shoot Your Shot SoCal, a self-service photo booth, perfect for all types of events, birthdays, concerts, festivals, weddings, and more. Send images and videos instantly via email and enhance guest experience. Contact Shoot Your Shot on Instagram. They serve Inland Empire, Los Angeles, and Orange County with friendly and reliable staff. We will see you at the next corporate event, taking still photos and boomerangs with Shoot Your Shot SoCal. Go to Instagram today and book your Shoot Your Shot Cal event.
Three-time WNBA champions, the Los Angeles Sparks, jump into their 27th season this summer with the most games ever in league history. Every seat in crypto is an incredible ticket into an experience of world-class professional basketball, jam-packed with in-game entertainment. Now is the time to get ahead of the holidays. Don't be the person grabbing a gas station gift card. Impress your fam and friends with an unforgettable experience. Secure your seats now at lasparks.com/tickets.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Over 100 million people around the world have felt the thrill of Broadway's most spectacular musical, Disney's The Lion King. And now you can too. Experience this breathtaking theatrical event and see why the New York Times declares there is simply nothing else like it.
Give the gift that roars at the Pantages Theater, February 2nd through March 26th. Visit BroadwayInHollywood.com.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
Yeah. Let's go to Fahima, who disagrees with me. Yes, Fahima, how are you?
Greetings, Don. Hello. Welcome, Daniel. And hey, Chantel.
Hey.
Shantae.
Still just Shantae.
And I wanted to preface my comments, Don, by saying that no people or place are one thing.
Yes.
And as Chimaranga and Beachy and Gozi said, when you believe a people and a place are one thing, you run the risk of the danger of a single story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I sent you an article from Jewish Voices for Peace, who took exception to the Israeli military training police departments in the United States on tactics, right? And that's another example.
Israeli police or the Israeli military? Which one was it?
The Israeli military were training police departments all across this country.
Yeah.
And this is from Jewish Voices for Peace, who take exception to how they're treating the Palestinian people, who took exception how they were selling arms to the apartheid government and supported apartheid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so here it is. And I will also add, 21 years ago, when I was in the streets, when I was in South Africa for the UN Conference Against Racism, and there was a strike, we locked arms with Hasidim Jews who oppose Israel. And these are Orthodox Hasidic Jews who...
The most conservative of the conservative.
Yes, and they locked arms with us protesting how the Palestinian people were being treated. And so you can't say that all Jewish people do it. Just like, and I'm not saying you mean it in the same spirit, the same way Kanye West can't say that Jewish people do so and so and so and so. No one can say all Jewish people are anything, and they are no more monolithic as black people or white people.
No, there's a massive differentiation between the community out there, to where some are very conservative and they're into the religion, some are just casually into the religion, some are for the Palestinians, you know what I'm saying? So, and some would just want to get along in one piece and just want to live their life. It's a big diaspora when it comes to the Jewish people who live in Israel.
Well, with all people, not just the Jewish people, with all people. So we should always qualify our comments and say some people.
Yeah.
You know, even like with Asian people, this misnomer of the brilliant agent creates a lot of harm to them, right? the thing is, these are stereotypes, and we may be thinking that they're stereotypes. And also, Chantel, I agree. I was very offended by the comment that Melrose Larry Green mentioned when he said twice to get your black A out there. I thought it was very offensive
rude
and inappropriate. And the thing is that we tip around members of the Jewish community because we don't want to be called out and called anti-Semitic for making comments about a particular person, and I just thought it was really inappropriate for him to make that, and I was offended as well.
All right, thank you, Fame.
You can't stab me and then tell me.
No, I felt a little sting by that, but
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, but you and I felt sting by that because I guess the language you're using in regards to me to direct me to do anything.
Thank you.
With out there, and then on top of that, I think the sting was more so from someone who's non-black. I think it would be different if it was a black person saying that. But I also recognize that, and I know who Melrose is. That
you know your personnel.
I know the personnel. So although the sting, I felt it, I also know the individual who's on the phone, who supports this station, who loves black women, who loves all things black culture. And I know I give him a pass on it because it's like, okay, I hear it, I feel it, but you know what? I know the person. Now, you could say I'm an apologist.
So does that mean he gets to say whatever he wants just because
Absolutely
he claims to
not.
love black people? How many black children does he have?
But
How many black wives does he have?
Intent,
how much money has he put into black people's pockets?
I think intent is the most important thing that we have to recognize here.
How much money has he put into black people's pockets? How has he changed a black child's life? What has he done to show he loves black people besides just say it out of his mouth?
Well, he's saying, I'm dreaming of a black
and make up ridiculous songs. I mean, like,
just
come on.
like the ones we used to
How much
know.
money has he invested in the black community?
With the Kwanzaa candle.
What of his Jewish dollars has he taken and actually built something over here and employed black people?
Let's ask him.
Well, let's ask him.
When we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. 2 attorneys have withdrawn as counsel in a lawsuit against a rapper formerly known as Kanye West. Ye, as he is known now, is being sued for allegedly owing more than $7 million in unpaid fees. The suit is brought on by a production company that worked with Ye, including his canceled Coachella performance in April. Illinois